Hello, everybody. My name is Diego, and this is Carlos, and we are commentating on some games for Esports for OHS today. Our first game is going to be by Justin, and he's going to be playing Link against a Jigglypuff.
Okay, so here we off, getting started.
Jigglypuff is a very volatile character because they're one of the lightest in the game and can die very easily, but also has some very explosive moves that can do a lot. And Link, of course, is just keeps going for chip damage until he can kill.
Yep.
And you can see here, this is what he's doing. He's constantly throwing boomerangs, bombs, arrows, just keeping the Jigglypuff away and racking up damage so that he can kill.
Okay, there we go. We got a stock off. Okay, and Jigglypuff picks up the bomb. And I still don't get why you can't blow up the bomb when grabbed. Can you do that?
No.
Okay, good. Just saying, they should really do that. They should really do that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's constantly keeping pressure on. He almost has a full stock lead, including percent.
Yep. Okay, throwing off a boomerang, hoping that Jigglypuff would have jumped right there, but hey, at least it would have trapped Jigglypuff in a bomb vortex. Okay, bomb atop a pallet.
And,
Platform!
and so it's just rinse and repeat. He's just doing the same game plan over and over again because it works for Link.
Yep. Ooh, and Link loses a stock now with even, except down to percentage-wise.
Yeah. He lost it to Jigglypuff back air, which is one of the very explosive moves. It can kill very early.
Yep.
When done correctly, especially since Jigglypuff has a lot of air physics, they can move a lot through the air.
Yep, okay, so a down spin, a grab, and side throw.
But it doesn't get anything else off of it, and they go back to not fighting each other.
Yep. Well, technically, Link is like standing back because he knows, again, there might be that off chance of Jigglypuff actually killing him. But there we go, Jigglypuff loses his stock.
To a forward smash.
Yep. Okay, throws the bombs away. And no one loves to see their bomb go away. Okay. So side slash again. Bomb, trying to keep Jigglypuff off stage for a bit while racking up some damage here. Picks that up and misses with the bomb. Ooh, Jigglypuff was ready to side smash him, but down sword should be able to do it. Okay, boomerang hits. Bomb hits. Ooh, Jigglypuff tries going for
A roll.
Yep.
And it almost kills Link, but not quite, and he is able to recover.
Yep. Ooh. And that's game for Link.
Yeah, that's a kill from a straight bomb hit, because Jigglypuff is just that light.
Yep, very light, oddly light. So here we are going into match 2.
And the Jigglypuff player switches to Ness.
Yep.
Which is another pretty light character.
Yep.
But
can
he
hit
has
heavy hard.
Yeah, he has some very interesting moves.
Yeah. For one, he can reflect with his bat. Now that's something you don't see every day, especially you can reflect a boomerang.
Yeah, so he can reflect about any projectile.
Yep. Big or small.
As long as he times it correctly.
Yep. Okay. Ooh.
And so here Link is just trying to keep him from approaching, and so that he can spam his weapons.
Yep.
And the Ness isn't really letting him do that. He's just staying on him. Yeah, he's staying on him.
Dodge from the ice. That's nice.
Yeah. He's being wary of the bombs now. And then, yeah.
Good edge guard right there from Ness.
Ness's double jump goes a lot higher than most other characters, so he can do that where
Yep.
like, he's going upwards and forwards while doing an aerial.
Yeah, and up B allows him to go even further while damaging, like almost like Fox or Falco or Ridley. Okay, so
The
now
down air eats his up B.
Yep. Now I believe he's trying to play it safe here for a bit while still trying to damage him. Okay.
Yeah, so at this point, the Ness can't really die except from like a hard read, like he sees he's doing something and he just does it.
Yep.
And so he's just trying to get him to do more, to take more damage, but the Ness just edge guards there with a projectile, his up B.
Yep. Which can be controlled.
Yeah.
So, quite nice. Both good for recovery.
And so you see here the Ness is still on 3 lives while the Link is on 1.
Yeah, well, Justin is at 1 stock right here. It's very far, but Ness hopefully should die, I guess? I honestly don't know. Because from how things are going here, Ness might actually get a 3 stocks here, maybe, depending if he plays his card right. Okay, ice. Oof. Dodges the bomb twice already. Close. Baseball bat ready to and that bomb is out of nowhere. Okay, trying again with the bomb, along with the aerial sidekick, along
And
with
so
the ice.
now he's just throwing out everything, trying to kill him because nearly everything kills at this point.
Yeah. And there goes that bomb.
And he fell out of the F smash, which is unfortunate.
Yep.
Because Link's is 2 hits, but he's at so high a percent that he just falls out of the first hit. And so he's at 200 right now, which is very
Around
high.
that.
Yeah. Now he's at 200.
Yep. Which, oddly enough, I feel like a simple good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hits him while on ledge.
Yep. Okay, up sword. Ooh, aerial sidekick again. But this time from Nez. Ooh.
It almost kills because Ness can control his up B, and it sends upwards, so if Link gets hit by it, he'll probably never make it back to the stage because Ness can just send out another one.
True. But I'm pretty sure it would have probably died from it, maybe.
Yeah, so Justin has to play very carefully because any wrong move will probably get him killed.
Yep.
But he also
Wants to try
has-
getting rid of his second stock so that way they
Yeah.
can be tied. Oh, Boomerang almost hits him. Very unfortunate.
and he very closely dodges the up B.
Trying so hard to reflect those. And Nessus loses his second stock.
to Nair.
True.
And so now they're even in stocks, but Justin is at 149 right now, which is very high.
Yeah, very, very high. Oof.
And that's
Almost.
that's almost.
Yep. Almost dies from there.
Yeah.
Tries. Ooh, okay. Perfect timing, or should I say parry. Good recovery. Almost up and dodges. Oh my god, bomb to the face.
And that was a comeback.
Yep.
Definitely.
Very good one too, actually.
And now it's to game 3, in which.
No, game 2. No.
Oh yeah. And now it's to game 1 of the
Oh, right.
next game, with Jason playing Pikachu and his opponent playing Little Mac. So Little Mac is a very volatile character as well because he has trouble getting back on stage, like right here.
Yep.
He barely goes any vertical distance, so that's already stock off.
So that's why you usually don't see much Little Mac players going off stage. Not really good recovery there.
Yeah, but the thing about Little Mac is that because of this, he's very good at ground attacks.
Exactly. Maneuverability, does high damage, light, and has an insta-kill move. Well, not quite. As long as you're at a certain point, then it can consider to a death.
If you see the arrows above his
Character?
yeah, next to his percent, those charge up as he deals and takes damage, and once they fill up,
Yep.
he gets a singular punch that
Has a, not a chance, but basically can insta-kill them if they're at a high enough point of percentage right here.
which isn't very high for KO punch.
True. I think around 40, 30?
Depends on the character, but yeah, around.
Yeah. Like if it's
It
a light
kills very
character,
early.
Yeah, if it's like a light character, then it'll probably be like lower. Heavier, maybe a little higher.
And so he
Up
gets
B.
a kill with up B, and now he has KO punch because of the flashing sign.
Yep.
And so now he's just
And now,
damaging and
uppercut, losing his second stock, just like that.
10 seconds.
Yep. Or was it around 6?
It was 10.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't we look at the timer back there? There's a timer. Oh!
Anyway, so Little Mac is just keeps camping him out, not staying in the air for too long, just staying on the ground, dodging his attacks while dealing his own.
Yep. Up
And
B.
he has a very high lead right now.
Yep. Very good lead. 2 stocks against 1, but at a 90% though. Okay. Trying to throw their opponent out of sync a bit. Pikachu does a grab.
But Little Mac just gets back on the stage immediately.
Yep. Ooh. Shield grab. Alrighty then. Ooh. Thought he could get in, but yet just a little shy of getting that hit in.
Yeah, and so now he has KO punch, which is obviously very scary because if Pikachu gets hit here with it,
Or too close.
he's just very dead.
Very much. Wait, like, let's just say to Powder dead. Like Ash dead.
And so it's a very scary thing that Jason has to avoid.
Yep.
And the Little Mac can just keep it for intimidation purposes.
Ooh, it misses the KO punch.
Yeah, he whiffs there and almost dies for it, but now he does die off of
Yep.
this.
Almost like the show. Rocket flying away.
But then Little Mac just hits him with a very quick move that already kills because
Yep.
Little Mac.
Okay, so now we head off into our second match, where they stay the same,
Yeah, it's the same. It's
Yeah.
the same matchup.
but with a different map, I presume, right?
Yeah. They switch to Town and City.
Yep. Okay. Ooze. Okay, getting a grab off. That's good. Also, Pikachu is notorious for getting like a lot of combos from 0 to 57.
Yeah.
Notorious. So you really want to be careful with that, especially with that range of that side smash. Good boy.
Yeah, and so he's just trying to not let the Little Mac breathe,
Yep.
just keeping him in disadvantaged state. Little Mac tries to counter, but gets grabbed.
Ooh, close.
Yeah, he barely makes it back on stage there,
Yep.
but his KO meter is almost filled up, and now it is.
Yep. Ooh, Thunderbolt. I believe I died to that one many times. Okay, dodges, but gets smashed. Okay, so Pikachu keeps throwing about a bit of spinning here, some energy balls right here and there. Kind of got a good lead here, apart from the percentage. But otherwise, yeah, Pikachu is doing in a good position, I believe. Okay. Tries going for mostly a bit of aerial here and there. Ooh, Little Mac gets a dash attack in. Just very shy. But kills with up B.
Up B right out of shield.
Yep.
And now they're just about even.
Yeah. Except where the 70% comes in. But hey, that'll eventually change. Okay.
And now the Little Mac takes the lead with a short tech chase.
Yep.
And now he's doing what Pikachu did earlier, just trying to rush him down.
Yep. Always works to everyone who ever plays this. Rush them. Because if you get right into their faces, they might not know how to handle that. Misses the KO punch again. That just hurts for both any Little Mac players, or for anyone really. Okay, side B for ledge. Keeps running. Dash attack, almost kills. And, oof. Up B again with a kill. I believe that happened like 3 times, I believe, right?
Around, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now it's becoming a little bit frantic because Little Mac has a lead and he's starting to build up another KO punch meter.
Yeah, so that way you can get him and finish it off quickly.
Yeah, if he can stay alive a little bit longer, he'll have a full meter.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Goes for a dash side B. Was it down B? I honestly don't remember anymore. Okay. Oh, kind of almost kills. Oof. KO meter is ready.
But it doesn't matter because he just
gets
hits
punched
him
off stage.
Yeah.
Okay. That's second match to Little Mac, and we go off to our third player, Gadiel, who plays Dark Pit, and his opponent is going to be Nez again. Like we said, Nez is a very light character with the ability to reflect. Range units kind of works here, but yet again, reflection here. Okay. So they try to keep doing some dash attack. One of them actually gets it. Oof, out smash. Misses it. Okay. Just shy over the ice string. Tries shielding. Okay. Now then. Oof. Side smash a shield. Nothing. Okay. Down tilt. Oof. Ooh. Okay. Dark Pit is not looking well here, folks.
Yeah.
120% to 56. Yeah, no.
The Ness has a significant lead because he's just been throwing out more aerials and catching them.
Yep. He was almost about to die with that back, though. Okay. Aerial side. Almost kills.
Yeah, I think if that had been
Maybe
up
a
throw,
little higher.
I think if that had been up throw, that would have killed.
Yeah, probably. Or like back throw, maybe.
That was
back throw?
Yeah, that was back throw.
Okay, good. Again, I keep misdirecting people's direction. I'm not even joking. But yeah. Ooh, break shield. Or the shield. I don't even know what you would call that move exactly.
And then a down smash just sends him off stage, but
Yep. Ooh. Okay. Almost got caught under stage.
Yeah.
That always hurts for anyone who's playing like Dark Pit or anyone that has a really good up thing.
And then Ness's up smash and down smash are with a yo-yo. And when he charges a down smash, he can hold off the ledge so you can't get to it.
Which is oddly effective. Oof. Tries going for the reflection on the arrow. Does not do that. Okay. Ooh, grab followed up by a back throw. Okay. Ooh, kills with...
Up tilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a second, I was about to say up smash. But, yeah. Right now, Nez is still looking good with about 2 stocks against 1. But the percentage, not quite. 66-0. Oh, that what everyone hates that. Except the people who's doing it. I'm looking at you people who play Nez.
Yeah.
I see you trying to do that.
Nez's side B sends out a projectile that when it hits,
Can lock them into place for a bit.
while on fire and taking damage.
Yeah. If you can string them together, oh boy, it's hard to get out of that. Especially if they follow up with a grab right after throwing you off with a back throw. I'm pretty sure you're dead at that point. But yet it also... Oh, I was about to say, it also affects him, but then I just realized.
He reflected it.
Yeah. Okay, good recovery with up B. Ooh, misses a grab. Fatal error. A bit, I guess? No, I guess not.
And a down smash brings him back, but then he immediately hits a back air
For about...
and kills.
Yeah, in about 3 to 2 seconds, I believe. After he just got recovered. Okay, so now we head off to our second match with Gadiel. Instead of playing Dark Pit this time, he goes off with Light Pit.
Or just regular pit.
Yeah.
The main difference is that...
One of them would be faster, but has like weaker damage, I believe, right?
The main difference is the arrow. Dark Pit's arrow is stronger and faster,
Oh, okay.
but cannot be controlled a lot. And Dark Pit's, like normal pits, can move around quite a bit and go beneath the stage and things.
Ah.
And so here he actually saves him,
Yeah.
but then just sends him back off stage again.
Ooh. Up tilt. Ooh, almost got him with that one. Okay. Ooh.
And
Dodges the
yeah, he
smash.
just barely misses up smash.
Yep.
And so the Ness is just keeping him off stage and hitting him.
Yep.
And the back throw kills here because it's Ness's main kill throw.
Yep. Okay. Ooh, gets her shield. Ooh, arrow. Followed up. Followed up by a down tilt. Twice again.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why he chose pit, normal pit, is because the arrow is much faster, so he can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where he interrupts him grabbing the edge.
Yeah, well, it's easier to control his arrow a bit too.
Yeah.
When it comes to times. Ooh, up tilt. Ooh, barely.
He went for it.
He tried going for that.
If Ness hits himself with his up B and then hits somebody, it's a critical hit and will probably kill.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely. If you're high enough, most likely.
And so Gadiel's just trying to...
Keep him at bay
Yeah.
while trying to get rid of his stock to be even. Not quite even.
to get
Close
closer.
Yeah, to being even. There we go.
Because it's a lot easier to rack up damage at lower percents because
Yep.
combos work and they are sent less distance. But at this percent, lots of moves will just send him far away and you won't get any follow-ups.
Yeah. Almost. I believe he recovers. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he has to be careful because if he gets hit with with Ness himself,
Yeah. Then
then-
you can die right
yeah.
there and then. It's always painful to get a crit. Not the person who's getting a crit. Being dealt a crit hurts the most.
and so Ness goes for a spike here,
Yeah.
and then Gadiel tries to punish but misses.
Ooh,
And-
almost got a trap in there.
Yeah, so now he's just they're just dodging each other.
But aerial side tilt goes for the kill.
And that's the last game.
Yep. Now then, we will take a short break from now, and you'll be seeing other people for a bit.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Mr. Rolston. I have Jose with me again. We're going to be doing commentary on the next set of games because, well, the games are Diego and Carlos, so we didn't want them to be talking about their own games. But man, some exciting matches there, Jose. I know you were playing when that comeback happened.
Yes.
But seeing it just now, thoughts on Justin's awesome comeback there?
It was pretty good, I would say.
Pretty good. Not really good. Okay. Tough critic here, Jose is. We'll see though what he has to say about this next match. I believe we have Diego coming up first, and he plays Falco, I believe. Yes. So Diego, otherwise known as the end goal here, against Pyramithra. Pyramithra, pretty popular character in esports here, so he has lots of practice against the character.
Yes.
Side B there connects.
And
And side B miss. I remember immediately after that, Diego said he baited that out. So good job, Diego, getting an easy stock off from that side B. But clearly the Pyramithra player here not afraid to keep using it.
Yeah. Most Pyramithra players do that. They will just use
Spam the side B a little bit.
Yeah, because it's powerful and it also hits multiple times.
Yeah. And then you can see here, Pyramithra, kind of a different character. Technically two people or slash a sword. The lore I'm not 100% on, but currently the player is Pyra. You can easily tell because there's lots of fire effects. Pyra hits harder but is a little bit slower attacking. So you often see players switch to Pyra once they get up to kill percent.
Yeah.
So far, Diego doing a really good job of just sort of building up damage, keeping his distance from those heavy attacks, using the laser.
And Pyro looks like she's not really using her other moves, really just A and then using side B when he's off stage.
Yeah, it does seem that. The side B now, instead of that multi-hit, is the sword throw.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's an interesting move, really strong, but if you miss with it, there's just a few moments while the sword's out there spinning, and Pyra doesn't have a sword, so the attacks become limited. So we'll see if Diego can capitalize by dodging that and then getting in for some quick attacks.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, smash attack lands there, gets the kill, but Diego still has a pretty good lead here. 133% up is pretty good, and gets a quick kill, so now he's up a full stock.
And then you could see that
A little missed time there, yeah.
This still confused with the names a little, especially when they have the same hair color and the skin.
Yeah, so the Mithra now with the green effects, that's when on Mithra tends to be faster. Probably the right call, honestly, against the Falco, but
yeah, it has less power.
Yeah, so switch back to Pyra there because now at 62%, there's lots of Pyra moves that can kill.
Or just do a lot of damage to get killed easily.
Yeah, for sure. But Diego again doing lots of good work here, keeping distance. A little bit wrong laser there as I was talking, but good job of keeping space.
And then over
Ooh,
here,
another smash attack.
he tries a back kick, or he tries an up A, but dies.
And so now back again, basically even. It's like it's just a one stock match.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
And then Diego's really just trying to defend himself, basically.
Yeah, they're pretty even. He's got to make sure to keep space, especially now switch back to Pyra.
So now he's really gotta do damage in close.
Oh, and unfortunately the Pyra lands another forward smash there, gets the kill. So despite that early mistake with the side B off stage, the Pyramithra wins.
Yeah.
So Diego switches here. He's now Terry, because that's just one of his favorite characters. Plays it a lot, really strong. Difficult inputs. It's more of the Street Fighter style inputs to do the different moves. So hard character to learn, but once you master him, he has pretty cool moveset.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure, well, not pretty sure, Diego did master him, so he has pretty clean moves.
And I know when I remember when he first loaded in, you said he made a mistake. He wasn't playing gold Terry skin, which is the best Terry. But
yes,
despite the wrong skin choice here, so far doing pretty well. It's an even match so far.
yeah. you can kind of see that Diego is like not really using any long range moves, trying to get in there quickly, pretty
definitely.
much to get the kill.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job of outplaying the Pyromithra on the platforms, right? He's getting lots of hits while the Pyro's just kind of standing there.
He's
'Cause-
basically using a technique where basically you basically attack your enemy long range, making them jump, and then you
and
attack
gets
with
first
an
stock.
and then you attack with an anti-air. So basically, what he's doing is keeping his distance while making sure Pyro gets close to him and dealing damage to her.
Good way to dodge there with that. I believe that's a
Yeah.
might not be just as easy as side B. Might have to actually do input there. Not sure. Diego's the expert when it comes to every character's inputs.
Yeah.
We can see Terry now has that flashing go by his name, very similar to what we've seen with like Little Mac earlier.
Yeah, with
Uh,
KO.
It's not exactly the same as a KO punch. As you can see, a lot of his moves are different now. They're much more powerful. But he is at a very high percent, so he's got to use it while he can to rack up damage on the
Probably
Pyromithra.
kill her before it even.
And he does.
Yep.
He's high percent, but he's got two stocks lead.
So he could be a little reckless here, but not too much for it.
Yeah, you don't want to just throw away the stock, but playing aggressive is something I'd recommend. And there, he only got one hit in before the kill, but really not much you're gonna do at such a high percent.
Yeah.
Good dodge there by the Mithra. You can see here now the Mithra clearly kind of afraid to be on platforms after the early game. Diego really punished for that.
You could see that Diego, while she's on platforms, is trying to get under her to really just use up A.
Yeah, Terry has lots of options. Lots of his moves actually hit while you're on platform. So he's got lots of tools here. Pyro has made a little bit of a comeback in terms of the percentage difference, but
Oh, gets hit
yeah,
by
it was
the soul.
just the last possible frame of it really.
And he tries to grab but misses, so
Yeah, he's got her at a high percent now. He's just got to sort of finish. Oh, and then.
yeah. And then I
evens
think
up the stocks,
he-
but 97%. Diego just has to play smart here.
I think here he gets hit once and then just kills her.
Okay, spoilers, man. Just there he goes with the uppercut. You got future sight. I know. We watch these lives and then play back the recordings. So there you go. Game 2 going to Diego. So we're gonna have game 3 still Diego. He does take your advice, I believe, and switches to gold Terry here.
The best Terry.
The best Terry for sure. They end up now on FD is clearly the Mithra. Since they lost, they got to essentially pick the stage. They were not happy with how well Diego played around those platforms. But as you can see here, he's quickly changed up his tactic to be a little more in her face. Yeah.
Because with the battlefield, it was really just like, if she gets on there, I gotta go under her and just attack. But now since there's none, he's like, well, now I gotta get in her face.
Yeah, well, and importantly, that was Diego's stage pick, right? In game 2, he got the pick because he lost game 1.
Yeah.
So he definitely picked the right stage. And now here early on, the Pyra stacking up some damage. Pretty even, though. Literally. Pretty, can't get much more even than they are now. Both characters have lots of moves that can kill at above 80%, so good hit there.
Diego really just
It was a long shield. I was kind of expecting a grab, but
Diego himself is playing more carefully because
Pyro gets the first stock, but Diego's not far behind. And okay, there we go. Now it's a 2-stock match.
Literally not far behind.
And Mithra still using that side B.
Diego is still trying to block.
And he successfully gets what he wanted of the...
Side
Mithra
B.
starts spamming side B, just sort of inch your way towards the edge, and she repeated her mistake from game 1. Unfortunately, in game 1, she managed to rally a comeback. Hopefully Diego here can hold her off.
Until
but
that
yes,
comeback.
those pyro hits, all of a sudden damage at 74%,
Yeah.
kind of out of nowhere.
And then here, I
Almost
was
broke
kind of
shield.
I was kind of scared it was, but you can see here that Diego is really just
Good dodge there.
physically trying to get as much hits as he can
Yeah, okay, nice little combo there too.
because he knows that.
Yeah, he starts using his one real ranged attack a little bit more. Oh yeah,
And
that's made me nervous there.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that flaming sword saved him.
Might have, yeah.
Yeah. And here you can see Terry going for a like kick, but
Yeah, well now he's got the ghost, so a lot of his moves have much better range. I think half of them kill at 100%. So
yeah.
the Pyromithra shielding a lot. Diego really just trying to sneak an attack through, get that kill on the last stock and secure the win. So this game 3. Ooh. Oh, unfortunately he loses the go, but he does have a 100% lead. You just gotta make sure he plays safe but also look for opportunities to get big hits like that.
And
Pyromithra gets the ledge.
kick
And nice little kick off the edge to secure the win quickly.
went for a light kick, and that pretty much worked.
Yeah, so Diego takes set 1. We're going to quickly jump here now into Carlos's match. Carlos is playing on Joker. He's the end goal there, still using Diego's profile. We got Diddy Kong, the little monkey, coming out from player 2.
Yeah, and then you could see that Diddy Kong throws the banana peel and slips him twice.
Yeah, the banana peel it's a kind of a weird move. I've always thought it drops an item. You can actually pick it up as the opponent and then throw the banana back at Diddy Kong.
Yeah. You could see that Carlos ended up countering when he didn't need to and almost died.
Yeah, we talk a lot with Carlos. He relies a lot on the counter. He's been working on it in practice though, getting more variety into his gameplay when he doesn't have Arsene up. If you didn't know that little ghost behind him, that's what we're talking about, Arsene. It's also that bar above his picture by his percent to keep track of how long the timer's left.
Although people from last season called it Batman.
Yeah, well, because
Joker.
his name's Joker. He's not from not the Joker from the Batman franchise, obviously. Just by the look of him, he's from Persona.
But you could see that Diego not Diego. Carlos is really just countering without needing to.
Yeah, because he still takes damage, unlike most counters, until he has Arsene. Then the counter becomes both a reflect and a true just like hit counter.
Yeah. Because before, when he didn't have Arsene, if he countered, it would have still taken the hit.
Yeah, he still takes the damage, but he doesn't get sent flying, and it builds up the meter much more quickly.
Then actually going and hitting the opponent, and then they hit you back.
Yeah, and see that right there, right?
He
Just
counters.
Countering, and right now with this lead, he has plenty of time
to be a little reckless.
Yeah,
not
he
too
has a
much.
lead, and stacking up percent is much more important than trying to get Arsene again. Just because at such a high percent, he might just die from one hit while he has Arsene.
But you can see he's still on the priority of Arsene.
Yeah, and he has it now, so he's going to be racking up lots of damage. Diddy Kong at 100%. Carlos definitely hoping to secure a 3-stock here.
Probably a kill gonna happen soon because
Both at very high percent.
Yeah, they're basically at the same percent. Oh,
and Carlos secures the 3-stock for game 1,
which is
Yeah,
not impossible, but it is pretty hard to get.
It doesn't happen often where you have all three of your lives left. So jumping into game 2, Carlos sticks with Joker, of course. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the Diddy Kong player switching to Dark Samus in the light skin, which is, I always like that. Called Dark Samus, so you pick the white suit.
Like you pick Samus, but you choose the dark suit.
Yeah.
Not dark Samus. Yeah. But you can see that basically Samus isn't she's trying to go in when as Diddy Kong, that was really mostly how Joker ended up getting Arsene.
A good grab there by the Dark Samus.
Yeah. And you can see that Carlos isn't really doing as much countering. He still did a counter there, but
Yeah, now I got him to Arsene. And
which he's gonna be way more aggressive because
we're definitely giving him advice between the games, like, hey, make sure you use the guns.
but you could
Don't rely too much on counter, and because if you overuse it, then your opponent can start to predict that. You can see the Samus there going for grabs.
And then before that, you could honestly see that Samus was using the bombs as, like, the bombs that fall out of her when she falls down, as a protective shield around her.
The down B there, like we saw again, dropping the bombs also, it changes the speed of your fall, makes it harder for your opponent to predict where you're going to be, and then also is dropping, little bombs that can disrupt them as well.
And then she sends a missile, probably to.
Yeah, definitely trying to use more projectiles. I think that was clearly the strategy with the switch to Samus, or Dark Samus from Diddy Kong.
And here she almost gets Arsene, I should say.
And there he has it, and he immediately starts going, but then also gets killed. He was at such a high percent.
Yeah.
Dark Samus at 160, lots of moves kill.
Immediately dies after gets Arsene. And
Evens it up though, so it's a true 2-stock here. He has, I guess, a small lead because he has Arsene, or some Arsene built up.
yeah.
But so far, much more even match with the switch to the Dark Samus.
But you could also see that Samus is also, like, she's trying to, like, kind of stay away, but also get in close when she sees an opening.
Yeah, and I think that's, I've played a bit of Samus myself. I'm not nearly as good as anybody on the actual esports team, but using the projectiles, the missiles, and then following it up is, I think, a pretty common Samus strategy in general.
Yeah.
Arsene here trying to stack up damage. Good grab though by the Dark Samus.
And then good hit without any counter.
And you can see there the Samus started using more grabs, anticipating the counter. But here a couple good counters in a row from Carlos. Has him back in the lead percentage-wise.
She shield, which gives Joker the ability to
Good
grab
punish
her.
there.
And then, ooh, she blocks it.
Ooh, nice, and the kill.
Yeah.
Decent lead here, but Carlos there again using the counter to just try to build up Arsene. He's already at 95% though. He's gonna have to realize Arsene doesn't necessarily matter if he's at 150% by the time he gets it.
Yeah. You could see that
Good dodges.
the Samus is literally just protecting and trying to grab as much as she can to basically kill him before.
Oh, and he does get the stock there. So now suddenly Carlos is down to, he's a little lead here at 40%, but
And he
got
gets
Arsene already.
Arsene immediately, which will change the battle.
Huge reflect there on the fully charged shot, and then
kills.
finishes up. Great finish there from Carlos.
That was
Super strong.
So here we are. Great games by Diego and Carlos, getting the wins there. We're going to take a short break here, and then Alex will be back with Wes to do a little Rocket League gameplay, I believe. So we'll be right back, everybody.
All right, we're back. I'm Mr. Ralston, of course. This is Wes.
Yeah.
Wes, how are you doing today?
Good.
Awesome. So, Rocket League so far, you guys have played 3 regular season games. I believe you said
Yes.
you're 2-1, right?
Yes, we are 2-1.
Okay. And this week, I think you won this week, but we're
Yes.
actually going to be watching last week's
Yes.
game. Would you want to say why? Why are we?
Well, we're watching it because we ended up losing that one. So if we could watch it and see what we did wrong, we could probably beat them next time we go against them. So
Yeah, and I think you said the game you played this week seemed like it was different skill levels. Is
Very
a nice way
different,
of saying.
yeah.
I think you said the opponent's team average was like they were all at gold ranked, and you
just
guys.
about.
Let's see, you're diamond, right?
Yes.
And then I think Elias is he
Also,
champ
he's
or is he
champ now.
diamond?
He's
champ
champ right
now.
now.
Congrats, Elias. And then of course we have Aiden, who is he official SSL right now, or is he grand champ?
I think he's GC2 right now,
Okay.
as far as I know.
Oh, only GC2, I
Yeah.
guess. No, so definitely we're watching a game that's a little bit older. But Jose, if you'll go ahead and we'll get this game started here. I think
We should be coming in right as everybody's loading into the game. You can see there we got obviously Wes is Wes, your boy Trash is Elias, and then Synthetic Otter, that's going to be Aiden. I think credit to Mr. Moore here, he's running the camera. Very fast-paced game. We'll watch game audio a little too loud. We'll turn that down. Maybe not all the way down though. Hopefully that'll be better. So, as we get into it, yeah, it definitely seems like your opponent's putting lots of pressure on us.
Yeah, we ended up Aiden ended up hitting it all the way down to theirs, but he just air dribbled it past mid, and then
Yeah, you can
there
see
you go. You see Aiden just showing them, and then there was a high hit from Elias. We tried shooting him, but it wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, good save there by it looked like Stoic Muffin was the name.
Elias kept on a bunch of pressure over there in the corner after the shot. And then there you go. See Aiden, just another weak shot. We didn't have enough power on these shots, is what it is.
Yeah, and I think some people were surprised, right? The basic idea of Rocket League, right? It's you play soccer with cars, but they're easy to underestimate how much detail goes into the physics, right? The movement of how the ball is going to bounce off your car, how fast you'll make it go. And
I tried saving it, but I didn't have enough of an angle, so it kind of just pushed it back in.
Yeah. Yeah, just as it barely last second,
I wasn't trying to hit it right there. I was trying to swerve back out into it, but I ended up swerving in and out.
Right, because then you backflip, right, to try to hit the ball out. But definitely a difficult angle. The little bit I've played of Rocket League, I can barely figure out how to get off the ground, let alone time flips and things. And that
was a good
like
double tap from both of them. Aiden didn't know which one was probably gonna hit it because they're like on his camera, they were both right next to him.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that it can be hard to see here as we're switching different viewpoints pretty rapidly for an individual player. There's lots of switching between are you looking at ball cam, right, which focuses you on the ball, versus shutting that off so you can focus on your own movement. To me, that's one of the biggest learning curves, I think, that I just haven't put the time in to get past with Rocket League is learning even just the camera movement so that I can start learning the actual car movement.
Yeah, when I first started, Elias told me I should probably use ball cam because I'm going to need it more in the higher ranks when we start playing a lot more.
For sure, and yeah, you just, speaking of that, you started playing Rocket League like this fall, right?
Yeah.
So you've actually, to get from not having played Rocket League to diamond rank in, just a few months is pretty impressive, Wes. So
Thank you.
even though right now the score is not great, good job,
no,
Wes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just they had a lot of experience. Like, they knew how to play a lot together.
Yeah, and
These
that's the amount of time that goes into really getting competitive ready for really any of the games we play.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time. We're just streaming Smash, and Smash Ultimate is a game I think lots of people play. And lots of people think they're good because they can beat up on their little siblings at it. But when it comes to truly competitive, there are people out there who are looking at like by frame what the moves do. I think for Rocket League, the equivalent is some of the air dribbling techniques that we've seen a little bit of here. It takes a long time to get comfortable with how the car moves in order to do that.
Yeah, and then Sax just scored. They just kept up the pressure is all it was.
Yeah,
We couldn't defend them as well. So we're gonna probably have to work on that a lot more. Just being there faster too.
Yeah, and I know
Read
it's
it.
often described as the rotation, right?
Yeah,
Knowing when your teammates going forwards, do you need to go back? Do you need to rotate through to goal when the opponent's putting pressure on? It can a little mistiming of who's going to go up can leave the net wide open.
yeah.
Or even just somebody not being in the right position to bump the opponent off the ball. There's lots of variables to Rocket League. Right there, just looked like you were going up for the area and just barely missed.
Yeah, and then there's nothing again. Just hit another double tap.
Yeah, and you can see Sax was there ready and up to try to, if the pass had been good, right? You see in the replay there, but then the follow-up from Stoic Muffin. That just makes it hard for Aiden here. He was the one in net, I believe.
Yeah, it's pretty much
hard to judge.
Yeah, it's just hard to say doubles just in general because you can't really tell where they're gonna hit it unless you're right there with them. So
that's a good shot there.
It's just and then I ended up missing because I didn't realize it was out.
Yeah, and so here, under 30 seconds left, down by 5. Obviously, game 1 is gonna go to your opponents here.
Phantom.
Phantom was their name.
ECA Phantom. I think.
Hey, you did get a goal here. Get a goal here.
Yeah, I ended up pushing a little more with Aiden, and I don't know what he did, but it was a pretty bad shot, but it still went in. That's all that mattered. Yeah, we kept on winning off kickoffs. It's just they were up there already. They knew like where the ball was gonna go and stuff. Off kickoff, they could read it.
Yeah, and definitely that is just the only way to get better at that is just more hours in game.
Yeah.
And you can see here now, so if you don't play Rocket League, you might be confused why the timer says 0 and the game hasn't stopped. That's because at the end there's sort of the mechanic of if the ball's in the air,
it won't
it's
go
still
off.
live, you can still score, even if like it didn't matter which team had scored, but there's a chance for pride points there.
Yes, sir.
So here we're just in between games because Rocket League does play its best of 7, right? So
Yes.
first to four wins wins the match. Unlike as you saw, like Smash Bros, that is best 2 out of 3 for each player, and then it's 2 out of 3 players to win. Here, everybody plays at the same time, and it's out of 7.
Yeah.
So we're getting loaded into game 2. I think like we were talking about, right, the reason why we picked this one is because there's lots to learn from this, right?
Yes.
About the rotations that we could have and really that teamwork that we can clearly see the other team. They know where each other's going to be. lots of
There's-
coordination.
Yeah, there's a lot of it from them.
Right. And you can
They
see
were
right
getting
there, that was an
halfway.
example where 2 of our players went up and
Double committed.
the double commit. That's what it's called. And it's not a good thing.
Yeah, no.
Unless you meant to have both people go up on purpose, it's normally a mistake because you're wasting boost, getting out of position.
Yeah.
Ooh, Elias just a half second too late there to challenge that aerial.
And then there's Aiden. He's like the full pusher, so like he's usually up at the front while we stay a little back and try to get passes off to him. So like we'll just clear it. We'll clear it towards the middle so he could probably redirect it back into goal.
Good save there, Les.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that again comes back to the experience levels, right? Aiden
Yeah.
clearly has the most experience. He's the highest
Yeah.
ranked player on the
So
team.
he pushes up the most because
Yeah.
he could get back fast.
Yeah, he has just the mechanical skills to have that confidence you need. And then Elias definitely has a lot more experience than you. As far as I know, he sort of
Yeah.
convinced you to join, right?
Yeah.
And then you tend to stay back a little bit more here,
Yeah.
that's part of the strategy.
Yeah. This
right?
game, I think I stayed back most of it just to watch.
Like
'Cause
doing
they
some
wanted to
donuts there.
Yeah, they wanted to figure out, like, see what they could do. And I think I had, like, 4 saves this game and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's part of the little bit of getting out teamwork, I guess, for lack of a
Yeah.
better phrase, in game 1. It made sense for you guys to say, okay,
Yeah.
Wes, you stay back. We're gonna have that be our rotation, just so that way you guys could
Yeah.
depend on knowing where.
Yeah, so they
Everybody
didn't have to.
knows.
So they could both full push as hard as they want. Well, I stayed back, so they'd be able to at least try to get a score, hopefully. And yeah.
Let's see here now, trying to get some offense going.
I
That
could've
was
hit
you
that,
there,
yeah.
taking a little
And then
turn on the offensive
I
side of the
probably
field.
could have hit that better, too, with more power, but.
Yeah, well, Rocket League, like I've been saying, it's a fast-paced game. Lots of very small adjustments, mid-air or honestly even on the ground to get in the right position so that you can even, jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly a very different score this game as, you guys definitely seem a little more in sync.
Yeah,
Uh,
we held them back a decent amount. There's just like, it's hard to explain, but they had more like experience altogether. So they were just able to get like 2 goals on us, I think, by the end, and that was it for this game.
Yeah, you can see here, right, as every time one blue player leaves the screen, another one shows up, right?
Yes.
And that's just a sign of them having that very advanced coordination, which again just comes down to more gameplay. Ooh,
Yeah. That was
shot just a hair off target, luckily.
Yeah, so like I ended up getting double there, but I think one of the goals was the same. But when 2 of them pull up and the other one goes back, he usually goes and get boost, and then that was just a good shot from him.
Good shot. Yeah, I think when you see the replay, I think
He hit it off Aiden, I think, when he started. They didn't want to let him dribble it because he did. He probably would have flicked it over them.
barely got it. That shot was right in the corner there.
It was just unexpected.
Yeah, I think that's one that actual soccer goalies can appreciate. Like, even though it looks like you're right there and it should be an easy save, getting up to the corner is, instantly is not as easy as it might look.
Yeah.
But still here with a minute to go, only down 1. Hope clearly alive for OHS.
I don't know his name, but he just backflipped. That probably wasn't the best. He could have hit it and then just hit it off the wall or something. I mean, it would have bounced off to his teammate, but.
I think just the rotations that the opposing team has is really on point, honestly, just to where they always have somebody in the right position. There we can see sort of a little bit of a collision on us, and then that created the opening, right? Because it's that fast, just 2 seconds where both of our players go up the wall, and all of a sudden there's an opening on the other side.
Yeah, they like to keep it in like a triangle formation, so they'll have two probably on the opposite, and then one stay back towards middle or a little farther back if they need it. And then just whenever if somebody hits it off the backboard, that's just an option for another pass to score or something, just like that. But we ended up crossbarring it, which was good.
It was a good shot, but I know. I'm sure Aiden was a little disappointed that it didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Down to the final few seconds. This is going to be game 2 loss for OHS.
I think we tried keeping it up right here. And I think we keep it up for a good 10 seconds, hopefully. Yeah, we all start crowding right here, and then it kind of just falls right here. This one of the blue players hits it, I believe. Oh wait, no. It just, that was probably one of the other games, I think.
Yeah, definitely a much better game 2. OHS definitely a little more focus in your rotations.
Yeah.
Like you said, you guys talked in between games about you staying back.
Yeah.
And just sort of being more of that defender role, while Aiden and Elias were able to push up a lot harder, just knowing that they had you back in net. So that way, if one of their more aggressive plays got interrupted, it wasn't just an open net.
Yeah. They also had a lot of shots on us, too, if you saw it. They had, like, I think it said 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's
Right
lots
there.
of
Yeah.
pressure on you, for sure.
Lots of pressure.
All right, so we're going to get loaded in here for the third game of the set. All right. Early on, you can see Elias trying to get some pressure. Yeah, looked
Just
like a
gets
great
blocked.
touches. Yeah, barely got it.
He wasn't there. Probably would have went in, too. That was just a bad save. I didn't realize it rolled off the wall like that. Or that fast, either. I think they get him early, an early goal right here.
Brandon with the score there.
He scored that the last game. He was the person who scored the second time, too. That was just fortunate. He hit it on the other side of me, which is also good too. Like when you practice shooting a lot, you could hit it with like your corner of your car or something. You can make it go any direction as long as you're good enough to do it. I almost hit it off the ground.
Yeah, you know, little bounce on the top of the opponent's car.
Strategy.
Yeah.
Is all it is. Just kidding.
Just like a little Mario boop. Get him out of there. It is part of the game. It's only come up. I think only one demo so far this game that I can recall seeing, but that is part of the game of Rocket League. Is you can have your car get destroyed and then you. It's only you respawn. It's only a couple seconds, but it definitely can get you out of position. In fact, some teams have that as part of their strategy is to have one player going for demos almost constantly.
Yeah.
That's a strategy we actually used last season.
That's what I was going to say. When we had Jonas, and they didn't like it very much.
Yeah, it definitely can be demoralizing. There we go. First goal for OHS from Aiden, aka Synthetic Otter. There evens the score up.
Quick flick into the corner.
And see, that's one of those things that if you just watch it, it's like, oh, you just press a button and it does it. And trust me, it does not. It's not that simple. You have to know how the car moves in order to time all that.
Just dribbling it is hard enough too. Another shot, but it wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah, it was a good shot from Elias there.
He did it with his corner too. Like Fee did it more. I don't know. He probably could have more power. Yeah.
So here, just trying to get positioning. I mean, honestly, a lot like definitely more fast-paced than real soccer, as it might be called. But that's also just because you're not running, right?
Yeah.
You don't get tired as much, but there is an element of just sort of both teams looking to find good positioning. See here now, more pressure coming onto you, and then see that's right there. You can see that was premeditated, and you can see all three players coming up. They kind of split off immediately, and I think Sax just immediately went straight for you. And I'd imagine that they're on comms, they're on Discord or whatever they might be using to say, hey, I got it, demo goalie, right? So that's
It's an effective plan too. It
Yeah.
works a lot.
definitely, and that just takes that practice, the coordination with that specific team.
It's like a more advanced air dribble bump, because usually in the air dribble bump you start the air dribble, then you leave off of it and let the ball just fall, but you end up arrowing into the enemy that's trying to stop it, and you just bump and it's pretty much impossible to save. Most of the pros use it too whenever they get the chance.
Yeah, Rocket League definitely has lots of variables to it. The initial description, you tell people trying to get to play with you, or parents, whomever. You say, oh well, it's soccer with rocket-powered cars. And it's like, okay, seems kind of fun, goofy, whatever you want to call it. But when you get into the details, there's a lot to it, right? With
Yeah.
just the physics of how your car bounces the ball, but then also bumping other players, demoing other players. Boost management is something that I don't even know enough about to really try to
Yeah.
talk about it, but if you don't have boost, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's just hard to learn because it's the only game that you'll ever find that has something to do with cars and like hitting soccer and stuff. It's just
Right.
don't like
Yeah,
it.
it's not like you can be like, well, you can't say it's like this game,
Yeah,
but
it's not like an FPS shooter game or something, so you don't really have experience playing something like it.
exactly right. If
You just have to
you've
play
played Call of Duty, you can kind of figure out Rainbow Six or
Yeah.
Valorant or Overwatch, right? Those games have very similar mechanics.
Yeah, aspect stuff. That was just a good hint, I think, by them.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to. It just increases the speed to where you would have had to jump much sooner.
Oh no, he just flicked it, but it was still, he was pretty powerful.
Yeah, and definitely.
Especially,
a good shot. Yeah.
you just have to have good game sense to actually know that it's gonna actually hit up that high or go down.
Yeah, for sure, and that's where the factor coming in of, you really
Yeah.
compared to most players, you haven't been playing that long
Yeah,
to just
and
sort
that's a good pinch right there, though. That was just unfortunate.
just an unfortunate miss there, and now definitely puts this game looking like it's not
Yeah.
gonna go our way again. 47 seconds is, well, I said earlier, it's plenty of times we score
Yeah.
3 goals in under a minute is possible, but not against a team that is this good, right?
Yeah, well coordinated and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was just another one we couldn't get to.
Yeah, I think at that point it's just another lucky shot, and just there's not much to do about it, right? By the time Aiden got to boost, the
Yeah.
shot was already on its way to goal. I think that's what you were saying earlier. They were really good at anticipating where the kickoff was going to go,
Yeah.
and when you have that much of a head start, it can be like that, right? Like Aiden's definitely not a bad player.
Yeah,
He
no.
got to boost as quick as he could and turned around and ball was already breaking the goal line. So 30 seconds left. Really just a matter of us trying to, get another pride goal here.
Yeah.
Um,
We're just
And then-
just keep as much possession as we could.
right, see another
Yeah.
decent shot there from the last, just
Just
a little bit
crossbarred.
too high. Yeah.
Crossbar. Oh, they always mess us up. Swear it's crossbar that always has the most defense on this game.
Yeah, crossbar is the best goalie.
Yep.
And here we're again at end of time. Aiden gets the pride goal we were looking for, but that'll end. This is game 3
Yeah.
out of the best of 7. I think you already said here this game 4 is going to end up being the last
Yeah.
one, but we'll still talk through it, see how it goes. Good, yep. The classic post game, you gotta flip your car and
Yeah. Do celebrate.
yeah, you gotta celebrate.
They just kept up the pressure and
For
stuff.
sure, yeah. Well, and I think definitely after the first game, right, you guys adjusted your strategy, and they definitely then after game 2, I think they definitely had to adjust
Yeah.
their strategy. Right?
Yeah,
you,
they
you
actually
stepped their
kept-
game
yeah,
up.
They actually kept the goalie at their goal too. That's why Aiden was getting a little angry. If in the game before last game, if you saw it, after the kickoff, he almost had it, but there was also another goalie there. I think it. No, I don't know who it was. It was either. It was either Muffins or someone. I don't know. I don't really remember, but yeah, he didn't like it too much.
And maybe see a demo, and then a quick goal right after. Right, that again.
Yeah.
Demos, they really don't take you out for very long, but it does get you out of position enough that
It's just.
they just had an open shot, right? That's that coordination again we've been talking about. That you really can only see not just with higher level players, but also higher level players who've played together a fair amount.
Yeah. They'll understand. Oh, demo. There we go. Just gotta keep it up.
Right, and an element of just if we're still at the point where you guys have to talk to each other a lot, which is good.
Yeah.
But eventually getting to the point where you've played together enough that
You just know.
you know to anticipate. Oh, Elias is gonna go up for that one, so I'm going to get boost, rotate wherever you need to be.
Yeah.
I think that's really a difference right there. Little, quite a bit of miscommunication as we're talking about that.
Yeah.
When it breaks down, it can be kind of funny, but also obviously opens you up for a goal.
Yeah. We didn't have enough power on the shot, so he was able to get there fast enough. And then just like that, he just has to hit it with the front of his car, and it goes up instantly. That was just a close one.
Good save though.
I think we struggled a lot with trying to get it over to their
Yeah,
half.
that's great defense there by Aiden to come in
Yeah.
from behind and ruin the shot.
And then it was close, but it was
Right,
just
it's
barely.
off the post.
And that was actually his teammate who hit it over there too.
Oh,
It
what?
Yeah, his teammate almost own goaled it.
But Aiden keeping up pressure, but right in the corner.
But they also have good defense too.
They do. West with the fall. Oh man, see right there's their rotation. As soon as one blue car left the screen, another one came in to replace and block your
Yeah,
goal.
we tried keeping up pressure and stuff, but they end up 15 and just comes back to us.
Yeah, and then 15, if you don't know, being then just when you both hit the ball at the same time,
Yeah.
right?
And just whoever
can-
wins it.
Yeah, it can often be hard to predict where the ball's going to go.
And that's just where also game sense comes in too. To learn, you could most people when they're going for 50, they usually know because in the game they'll be watching most of the players, so they could figure out if they're gonna stop or not. But no, and there's just Elias hitting it all the way
Good
back.
clear. Good clear
Perfect
from
clear.
Elias. Yeah, the rotations from ECA just getting back to defend. Good
And
shot there
with
from
the
Aiden.
Perfect shot. I think he just stopped one of their passes and was able to just shoot it. Is what it was.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is what it looked like there because it came from Stoic and yeah, he stole it from,
Yeah, he was just faster at that moment.
which is good. Evens it up. 2:12 left.
Yeah, that was the game sense part where he knew instantly where it was going.
Yeah, well, I can only begin to imagine how many hundreds, if not thousands, of hours Aiden has put
Yeah.
into Rocket League. Because I mean, Rocket League's also been. It's not only is it sort of a unique game, it's also now been around for a long time.
Yeah,
So people have been playing since
2015, 2016.
yeah. So people have been playing since like the beta. I mean,
Yeah,
we're talking 7 years, right? Of
yeah, a lot of time played.
good movement there by Elias to sort of look like he was going to just go straight for the own goal and then
Yeah.
just maneuver around so he's in the right position to help defend.
Yeah, that was just out. He missed it. And then I kind of passed it on accident to him, but. he
But then
ended up
good
getting it.
rotate back, get the demo there to hopefully get an advantage to clear. Aiden tries to flick it, but Stoic
He's just-
intercepts it
yeah.
still.
He was just able to read it.
Yeah. Well, and that's where that boost management and really knowing how the cars move is so important to
Yeah.
higher level play.
close. He went for the double tap, too. Oh, that was
and
just a
then-
bad 50.
Yeah, an example where really hard to predict how this one right here is going to go, and unfortunately, as Elias touched it first, kind of bounced it up, and then Sachs got that second hit to send it
Yeah,
back
before it
towards
could
us.
react.
Yeah. And there's without godlike reaction speed, it's going to be real hard to do much else there besides he's got to go for it. Just got unlucky a bit.
Yeah.
So now the 20 seconds left, and
That was a good shot.
that
from
was
him,
a
though.
good shot.
And that's the thing about the power. It's just if you get power in your shots, it's hard to read.
Well, and yeah, getting more power is really about knowing how the game physics work. Oh, and
Nah,
then
it was just too.
too weak there. As from a distance, it looked like it had a chance to trickle in.
Ended up missing, but we ended up keeping up for a minute.
Yeah, Hope's still alive.
It's always fun to keep it up during the last 0 second. Hopefully get a 0 second goal too.
Yeah.
I think one of them, yeah.
Yeah, their ECA finally went ahead and ended it. So that'll end our stream today. So Wes, thanks for joining me. I'm glad we finally got to show some Rocket League gameplay. And again, that was your only loss of the season. You've won
Yes.
both your other games.
Yeah.
This next week will be week 4, and that's halfway through the season. So good luck in the rest of the season. I think we're going to have Jose throw it to the thanks for watching screen. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.